Very good morning, students. Today once again we will revise the third chapter, electoral politics. What makes an election democratic? Everyone should have one vote and every vote should have equal value. Parties and candidates should be free to contest election and should offer some real choice to the voters. Election must be held regularly after every few years. Here in India, after every 5 years, after completion of 5 years, we are conducting our election. Then the candidate preferred by the people should get elected. Election should be conducted in a free and fair manner where people can choose as they really wish. What is the system of election in India? We are having general election and by-election. And what is general election? Elections are held in all the constituencies at the same time, either on the same day or within a few days. That is known as the general election. Then by-election, sometimes election is held only for one constituency or two to fill the vacancy caused by death or resignation of the members, and in resignation it may be in different way. Then that may be the MLA become MP, then like that time he want to resign from MLA post and that vacancy may be one resignation, or becoming part of some scandal and resigning, like the different situations are there for resignation. Then comes the electoral constituencies. The country is divided into different areas based on population for the purpose of election, which are called electoral constituencies. These constituencies we are not using for any tax collection or for any type of administration, only for election purpose, that based on population. And for Lok Sabha election, the country is divided into 543 constituencies. Similarly, each state is divided into specific number of assembly constituencies for MLA election. Then reserved constituencies. Some constituencies are reserved for people who belong to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, but in village level and municipality level, means the local level, we can see for even for ladies also, as well as for the OBC candidates also having some reserved seats. Then comes the voters list. The list of the people who are eligible for voting is prepared by the Election Commission of India before election. In India, all citizens aged 18 years and above has the right to vote, regardless of his or her caste, creed, color, region and gender. Then nomination of the candidate. Everyone who can be a voter can also become the candidate in the election. However, minimum age in order to be a candidate, the minimum age is 25 years. Then comes the election campaign. The campaigns takes place for a 2 weeks period between the announcement of the final list of the candidate and the date of polling and counting of the votes. The final stage of the election is the day when the voters cast or poll their vote. Then afterwards there will be counting of the vote and result. What makes the election in India democratic? The Independent Election Commission, that is the first thing. Then second one, acceptance of election outcome. Then that is the two important things what makes the India a democratic election in India democratic. Election Commission. In India, elections are conducted by an independent and very powerful election commission which enjoys the same kind of independence that the judiciary enjoys. The Chief Election Commissioner CEC is appointed by the President of India, but once appointed, CEC is not answerable to the President or the government. The acceptance of the election outcome. The ruling party routinely lose the elections in India both at the national and state level. That is a common phenomena here in India. In India, about half of the sitting MPs and MLAs lose their election. Why? They are not doing their work properly. Then challenges to the free and fair election in India. Candidates and parties with a lots of money may not be sure of their victory, but they do enjoy a big and unfair disadvantages over a smaller parties and independent candidates. In some part of the country, candidates with a criminal connection have been able to push others out of the electoral race and to secure the ticket from the major parties, that we know with the help of muscle power. Then some families tend to dominate the political parties. Tickets are distributed to relatives from these families. Very often, election offer little choice to the ordinary citizens, for both the major parties are the quite similar to each other both in the policies and practice. In practical way, we are getting very less choice. Then, smaller parties and independent candidates suffer a huge disadvantage compared to the bigger parties. All these points we discussed. So now in the next video we will go through the lesson once again and we will see the major points only. Thank you.